Welcome everyone. Let's go through some trade ideas. If you're new to the channel, that's what we do here, is to really look at charts, try to find trade ideas using technical analysis to spot some trades. So let's get into it. I'm going to start out with triple Qs, tech sector. So again, I talked about this yesterday, how we kind of had a breakout from this downtrend line and it just didn't look like a good short at this level. So we're seeing a gap up today and, pretty thinly traded price action. I'm not seeing any real volume, and the range today is just really, really tight. So no change basically from yesterday. Just I don't see a short yet, so I'm just continuing to kind of let this thing do what it wants. We do have some resistance right here at 369.50, so we could likely run up, fill that gap. You see there was a gap back there. Maybe we fill that gap today, and then that would prove as near-term resistance most likely. So you could short up there. One way to play this would be a short at that level, 369.50, and then you'd probably want to cover down here at 362.50 area, right in here, or a pullback to that level. So that's an idea there, but because this is going to be resistance, so we're likely to get some sort of a reaction here. So we could have a pullback there. SPY is just continuing to be bid. I don't see anything here in the SPY that would tell me that it's a good spot to short at. Again, we were watching this level down here. I have it kind of circled, and that was the area I talked about that I didn't really want to be heavily short the indices until I saw SPY break this level, and we never really saw it break. It did hold, so until that, again, it's just, I'll just reiterate that. Until we break that level on the downtrend line, right there in the red, I wouldn't want to be heavily short really any indice. Looking at the weekly chart, that's going all the way back to 2009 bull market. So that's the area that the bulls are trying to defend. You can see there we've held support. This is your uptrend. We broke in 2018, and that level was resistance. But as I move into 2020, that's held as support all year long. So again, there it is. They hit that level. The bulls stepped in and continue to buy at that level. So yeah, that's that. Moving on. The financials are rallying today. XLF, you can see, pretty good size rally, almost 2% now. This rally is a divergent high, so you can see that we're making a new higher high in price, and yet momentum is lower than before on the PPO. The RSI here is, basically an equal high, but pretty much still a divergent high. So if these continue to rally, then maybe we'll burn through this negative divergence. Otherwise, I'd expect this price action, this high, to fail. So something to watch for there. I'd probably just look for a break back below the previous low, maybe a gap fill or something like that. I'm not really interested in trading it right here, but just want to point that out. We do have a new high in the financials, divergent high, not confirmed yet. Again, you want to see the PPO and the RSI start to turn down to confirm that negative divergence. If it continues to move higher, we'll burn through that negative divergence, and that would be pretty bullish in general to burn through the divergence. Looking at the miners, the gold miners, gold still looks good. We're getting a little pullback today, nothing crazy. But on GDX, you can see just a little pullback, still above this bullish falling wedge here, and we've clearly have a breakout. So I'm expecting, I'm really expecting higher prices from here. So watch for that. Now, if we do fail and we break gap back below and maybe start to sell down, that would be pretty bearish. So we'll watch for that. There is a possibility that could happen. Doesn't necessarily negate the bullish breakout. We could break down, sell off, maybe hit support again, then break to the upside. Lots of things can happen, but as of right now, we're still holding above that trend line, and we have a breakout from that bullish falling wedge with bullish divergence. So everything's set up to go higher. I think we're likely just getting a little bit of a pullback today. And now looking at the gold futures, you can see here on the daily chart, well, really on the hourly, I've got an uptrend line that we started right there on the hourly chart, and you can see where the pullback today stopped at. We basically just pulled right back to support. They sold this down in the overnight session, right down at support, And you know, we're still holding that support. So we held support here, held support all through here, and we my tool's going crazy. And then we also held support. Well, this is where we started the trend there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tags of that support. So it helps verify that trend line. The more reactions you have, the better. So again, I just see us at a support, and you know, looks like still gonna hold. Short trade idea. Now it is at resistance. This is GNRC. You can see we have an uptrend line coming off the March 2020 lows. I have all the tags of that support line circled out. And there was our sell signal right here. We basically broke trend. We did have negative divergence building for quite some time. So you'll see it right there. And then we broke trend. There's your sell signal. We are getting a counter trend rally and a back test of that trend line. So it's objective to short here. And again, the way you trade it is short here. Give it a little bit of a room because they might want to pop it up or gap it up on Monday. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to gap up and then sell down like that. But if we gap up, that's going to run some stops. It's also going to potentially make a new high, a new all-time high right up here around 468.47. And that would be a divergent high as well. So look for that price action. Doesn't guarantee that's going to happen, but we are at resistance now. So you'll want to give it a little room, but this is an objective area to short at. And that would, and you know, the near-term target, we have support right here at 385.79. And then a break of that, we head down to 339.93 area. So those are some levels to watch. KHC is kind of stuck in the mud, just building support basically. So this is a long trade idea, and we're just stuck here at resistance 37.42. So we need to see a break above that for the next, really the next buy signal. But again, you did have a breakout right here back on the that was the September 8th, and then we've just been going sideways ever since. So I'm looking for a break above that, this near-term resistance. And again, the trade idea is for a gap fill all the way up here at 48. All right, there's a big gap from back in 2019, and I'm looking for that to fill. We do have bullish divergence that's been building right there. There's your bullish divergence on RSI and the PPO. And we were in a downtrend, building bullish divergence, especially down here. We then got that impulsive breakout right there. There's your breakout candle. We're just building support. You know, we can come down, you know, hit support at 36 or break to the upside. But, you know, I assume we're probably going to get a breakout to the upside and continue up towards filling that gap. So that's what I'm, you know, remaining long on this one. I think that's going to work out. And I'm keeping an eye on this one, Workhorse. This is a long setup, not an actionable trade yet, but a long setup. So again, we have an uptrend line coming off of 2018 timeframe, support. And as you zoom in, you can see we're just barely below that support level. So if we get a snap back above a support, above this trend line, especially an impulsive one, then this is going to be a bear trap down here. We have bullish divergence that's been building for some time. So I'm just looking for that break candle that breaks to the upside as the next buy signal to go long. Okay, everyone. Well, that's really all I have. There's just, you know, it's not a whole lot going on. A little bit of a rally today in certain stocks. Nothing crazy. I mean, you look at Qs and look at the range. It's just an extremely tight range. So something to watch for. I pointed out some levels of potential resistance here that could prove for a pullback. So that's something to look for as well. If you guys are interested, check out my course, link in the description below, and leave me a thumbs up. I do appreciate that. I'll catch you guys on the next one.